Let me ask you this. Have you ever, and I mean ever, gotten your opponent down to 1 HP, then blanked your last shotgun shot just for him to turn around and one pump you, sending you right back to the lobby when you should have had an easy elimination? This is something that I have personally struggled with for a very long time, and this video really means a lot to me because these tips and tricks have allowed me to have much better aim and win a lot of my fights with more consistency. In this video, we're going to be talking about a couple of different practice routines you guys are going to be able to utilize to improve your aim, and some tips you guys are going to be able to use in game that are going to also help you with your aim. And if you guys are excited for the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Over 97% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, so hopefully you guys can change that. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, I make it for you guys every single week, so make sure to show that appreciation back. And with that said, let's get right into the video. Now, whenever I talk about aim training, a lot of people like to use third-party applications such as Kovacs, FPS Aim Trainer, to help their aim. Instead of me showing you guys how Kovacs works and what to do and how to optimize it, I'm actually here to tell you all together that you guys should not be using Kovacs if you want to get better aim. Now, sure, Kovacs might help you, but I got a couple reasons why I wouldn't want you guys to use Kovacs. First of all, if you're on a controller, there is no compatibility, which the majority of players are on controllers, so there you have it. Most people can't even use Kovacs to begin with. And then also, another thing that people don't really consider too much is that even if you're on keyboard and mouse, why would you want to go to a different game to practice your aim on the same game when there are creative maps that do the exact same thing and are in the native environment? This is why I absolutely recommend to anybody that wants to get started at improving their aim to head over to the creative aim training maps. Now, I specifically really enjoy one map, which is from Geerzy. It is the combat aim training map. As per usual, I'm going to link it down in the description below, but I'm going to walk you guys through his aim training map and show you what you want to specifically focus on if you want to get better shotgun aim. Now, once you've picked out your loadout, which is obviously going to include attack shotgun, you guys are going to follow the corridor, and one of the first aim training routines you guys are going to do is the jumping shotgun shot, or the Tifu Classic for short. Now, although you guys can only do this one time before having to reset the map, I think it's a pretty cool addition to the map simply because you guys will actually use these same routines in a real game scenario, and this is really the best practice you can get. Following now, you guys are going to fall down the corridor, and as you fall down, you can catch yourself and actually get more opponents to shoot at with your shotgun. Alrighty guys, we're going to fast forward to the target practice part of the map where you're going to really excel at practicing your shotgun aim. Now, the reason why I really want you guys to focus your attention on this part of the map is because this is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. You see, the map is set up in such a way that where you shoot the target, it doesn't actually get deleted from the map. It just goes down, and then you could shoot it again in a couple of seconds when it comes back up. This means you guys can literally sit here for an hour or 2 hours, whatever, just practicing your shotgun aim, flicking back and forth and finding your rhythm. There is absolutely no other map that's going to give you this concentration of shotgun practice in the least amount of time. So when you get on in the morning, I want you guys to practice this room for at least 20 to 30 minutes, and it's going to definitely give you that edge when it comes to shotgun aim. Oh, and by the way, I just recommend you guys only use attack shotgun from this map because if you guys are shooting so many targets, it's kind of a yikes to have to wait for each pump shot. Anyways, that's Geerzy's map. Definitely go check it out in the description down below. Alrighty guys, we're moving on to the second form of practice, which is going to be Kroader's 1v1 aim map. Now, the reason why Kroader's map actually differs from Geerzy's map is specifically because you are actually 1v1ing someone else instead of just playing against AIs. This comes with multiple pros and cons, and I'm going to break it down so you guys can make an informed decision of what practice you guys want to get. Now, first off, Kroader has a lot of weapons that you and your opponent can choose from. Specifically in this tutorial, obviously we're picking up the tac and pump shotguns, but you guys start with 2000 HP in a 1x1, and you cannot build in this box, basically giving you guys a 1v1 duel with no other distraction. And guys, being in this environment where you can't build is subconsciously really good for your aim. Now, I'm going to go over that later on in the video, so you guys want to stick around until the very end so I can explain that to you guys properly. And I do have to tip my hat to Geerzy though, because the way he set his up, you don't need to have a friend in the lobby to actually be able to practice your aim. That makes it a lot more convenient for people like me who grind late at night, who need to have some way to practice but might not have any friends on. But I think Kroader really takes the cake in the sense that if you have someone on, you can never actually replicate the movements of a real person, because the way a person moves can never be completely predictable. They can move to the left, the right, they could jump up and down, and you're gonna have to track that on the fly. So I'm gonna link Kroader's map down in the description. If you guys grab a friend, get them on and try this course, because I'm sure that you guys are gonna see some benefit from it. Alrighty guys, now that we got two dedicated aim training maps out of the way, I want to talk to you guys about how you can maximize your aim training in box fights. Now, what box fight map you use is completely up to you. They're all pretty much the same. I'm using Clix's box fight map, but again, you can use whatever you want. Now, Now the only difference here is that you're going to coordinate with your buddy, that you're going to drop everything from your inventory, your heals, your AR, your SMG if you have one, everything, and you're just going to hold your shotgun. So if you have a pump, the pump is the only thing in your inventory. If you have attack, the attack is the only thing in your inventory. The reason why this is actually super helpful is because you don't have any other tools in your inventory that you can rely on. This means that you have to position yourself and put yourself in spots where you hit your shot or you're going to absolutely get punished for it. Think about it like this: if you have one pump shot and you miss, you can't pull out your AR and follow up. Your opponent is going to take advantage of that, and it means that it's incredibly critical for you to hit that shot, which is going to make you more mindful and make you a better player all around. Now, out of all three maps that I'm showing you guys right now, I would say that this one is actually helping your aim the least. But you have to think about it like this, right? You're helping so many other aspects of your game, holding different angles, finding the right peaks, building, editing, all that kind of stuff. So you really do have to make a balancing act, because when you do practice, you kind of want to think about more than just one aspect of your game. Now, this video is obviously on shotgun aim, so I'm going to show you what's going to optimize your shotgun aim the fastest, but I'm also going to show you some good alternatives that are going to help other parts of your game as well. Now, don't be shy. Go ahead to a 1v1 box fight with a buddy, drop everything from your inventory except for the shotgun, and let me know down in the comments below after you've done that whether you think it's helped you or not, because personally it's helped me, and I want to see how you guys respond to it as well. Now that I've talked to you guys about the relevant forms of practice, I want to talk to you guys about what you guys can do in the game, like in the moment, that is going to improve your aim. These tips and techniques are going to build good habits that is going to give you the long-term good aim that you guys are so desiring. So let's talk about the first one: slowing down your shot. The goal that I'm trying to get you guys towards is to eliminate flicking almost altogether. Obviously, there's some scenarios where if you're caught off guard, you're going to have to flick and hit your shot. That's where the aim practice comes in, but I want to put you guys in a situation where 99% of the time, the shotgun shot is straightforward. You don't have to do any special maneuvers, and you're going to fall under the tendencies and habits that you set up today. So what I implore you guys to do is actually wait an extra half second before you shoot and line up that shot to make sure you're perfectly getting either a body shot or recommended a headshot every single time. Simply don't shoot before you can guarantee that it's going to land. This is going to take a little bit of extra time and might slow you down a little bit, but it's going to benefit you more than it's going to negatively impact you. And if you guys can't simply get to a point where you're able to slow down your shot enough, then that's probably because you have too high of a sensitivity. I would recommend lowering your sensitivity down to something more respectable. I use 400 DPI with 0.12 sensitivity in game. It works well for me, and a lot of big pros that are known for their godly aim, I'm looking at Zexro and Puga, they use this exact same sensitivity, guys, so you really can't go wrong with copying the pros here. Secondly, I want to talk to you guys about eliminating all potential distractions when you go for a shot. In my opinion, Fortnite is one of the most fun games in the world simply because it's so unique. You can build, edit your terrain in a way that no other game allows you to, and with that comes a lot of responsibility, because not only do you have to worry about hitting your shot, but you also have to worry about 1,000 other things at the same exact time. And let's be real here, guys, unless you're a pro player, which I mean 99.99999% of people aren't, the thing is, we're not godly multitaskers, and we need to learn how to divvy up all of our tasks such that when we go to aim, we're hyper focused on aiming and aiming alone. Remember when I was talking to you guys earlier about Kroader's aim map and why that one has a secret advantage that's going to give you guys an edge when fighting with shotguns? Well, it's the fact that you can't build restricts your mind to only aiming. If you're doing anything else, then you're not focusing on solely aiming. Now, if you do Kroader's aim map a lot and you're not building when you're doing your aim battle, that means that you're putting yourself in the mindset such that when you go to shoot, it's time to shoot. You're not worried about anything else. You're not worried about your next edit. You're not worried about what building you're going to place next. You're simply worried about putting that shot on your opponent's head. Instill this form of hyper awareness in your brain. Only focus on the shotgun shot when you go for the shot, and that's going to make you hit more shots as a result. Finally, I just wanted to make a note that positioning also plays a huge role in your aim. We talk about not wanting to flick and getting away from this habit of flicking onto your opponents, but the way that you do that most effectively is putting yourself in a position where you won't have to flick. This means hold your right hand peaks and never put yourself in a position where you have to flick to get a shot off. If you're watching this gameplay, you can notice that I'm always putting myself on the left side, meaning that my right view model is open against my opponent, meaning that I'm not going to have to flick very often. To conclude, I just want to confirm to you guys that there are multiple ways that you guys can strengthen your aim. Some are going to be a little bit more effective than others. Regardless of where you are in your aim journey, these 3 points will continue to remain constant. 1. Taking that extra half second to shoot is always, and I mean always, going to give you more reliable accuracy. 2. Hyper focus is absolutely key when you're going to take a shot. Again, this feeds back into taking your time when taking the shot. Allow the shot to be your priority, because if you miss your shot, then you have absolutely nothing to show for your builds and edits and whatever wacky plays you come up with. And 3rd, finally, I want you guys to remain constant with this idea of holding the prime position. Never allow yourself to be put in an exploitable left left hand peek and give yourself the most room to never have to flick again. So there you guys have it, the ultimate tutorial to becoming a shotgun aim god. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know the drill. Make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you don't have that subscription turned on yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, and it shows to me that you guys are enjoying the content, and I'm gonna make more of it. So with that said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.